Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to do a glute focus workout and we will be looking at how to grow your glutes without growing your legs. There is absolutely nothing wrong with training and growing your legs. I know that some of you girls are, for example, more core dominant, more leg dominant, and you're struggling to target and bias your glutes. That's why I'm creating this video for you, so you can focus on growing your glutes instead of growing your legs. Always make sure that you also do not skip your leg workouts. You still want to train your quads and your hamstrings as well, because they need to help you and assist you in other movements as well. Does not mean that you need to grow them necessarily. If you do not want to grow them, I like to do maybe light to moderate weights and then focusing on growing glutes. In my own experience, I am naturally very skinny in my legs. My legs are very long and very slim. However, I have built them over the years, but that is because I was really focusing on growing my legs as well. We wanted to build them, and I also wanted to bring a little bit more volume in my legs as well. Also last year I did one competition and I really needed to build a little bit of size. So I progressed myself quite a lot already since before I started until now, and I grew some quads as well and my hamstrings still on the stage. Because I'm very tall, my legs are long, and when I put on those massive heels, my legs looks really slim still. So that's why me personally, I was focusing on growing my legs as well. However, you do not have to do it. You do not have to do all the exercises as I did. So in that case, if you want to keep your legs either slim and grow your glutes, or you are a core dominant girl and want to focus more on building your glutes, in that case, this workout is for you. So we will start with a dynamic warm-up first, and then we'll move into the first exercise. So I have done my exercises on the mat already. You can watch my previous videos if you want to take a look for that. But now I'm doing more dynamic movements, dynamic hip abduction. So I just kick straight to the back. We don't want to contract the glutes or anything like that. We just want to warm up the hips and the glutes. Okay, the other side. You can do like 10 to 12 reps. And now the same to the side, so it will be more like dynamic hip abduction. So first extension, now abduction. 6, 7, 8, 10, and the other side. Always make sure that you are warming up. It is my non-negotiable. Trust me, if you are not warming up, over time you will start getting more stiff, you'll get more in pain, and it is important for your muscles to stretch, okay? So always make sure. And before, we will first start with the Romanian deadlift, but we also want to practice the movements first, especially if you're still struggling with the movement. So what I recommend is getting to that exact position as when you're doing Romanian deadlifts, hands behind your head, and just practice. First of all, you are practicing the movement that you will be starting with, and also you are warming up your glutes, your hamstrings, and your hips. 10 to 15 repetitions. I feel my glutes already. So once you're doing that correctly, you do not need any special glute activation, anything like that. Like, just think about it that way. If you train your chest, if you train your shoulders, you do not start with some banded activation. That is ABS. So people might think that you need some glute activation just because you don't feel your glutes, but you do not feel your glutes in the movement because you are not doing them correctly. So first of all, correct loading, rep ranges, different variations, and you need to make sure that you are engaging actually the muscle in the movement. For example, if you're doing your hip thrust and you do not feel your glutes in there, it might be because you are just doing it incorrectly. Let's say you are using more of your legs, you are using more of your back. So you need to make sure that the loading is appropriate and you are using the glutes in the movement. I'll still warm up with the bar only before I start loading. So again, hips back. And that's it. exercise is Romanian deadlift. I'm using a barbell. I would suggest, if you're not used to this movement, use dumbbells, please. Do not try to use Smith machine at all. I can see just too many people using Smith machine and all they are targeting is basically the hamstrings and their backs, and the glutes are failing to engage in the movement. They are failing to stretch. Please use the dumbbells first. Get good on the dumbbells. After that, you can move on to the barbell. I would say dumbbells are even better because you can have more natural movement as you can keep the dumbbells on the side of your legs. Compared to barbell, you need to go slightly more forward. So the back is again engaging slightly more, but still we can get a very good stretch of them. I'm doing very controlled reps and 12 repetitions, so 4 sets of 12 reps. I forgot my straps. So wrapping around, the more you do it, the easier it gets. Well, it helps your grip so much. So definitely, if you're struggling with the grip and the heavier you go, use your straps. First, engaging the core, now focusing on driving the hips back as far as we can, and then just bending slightly more to drive the hips more back. And always focus on getting the most stretch in your glutes as much as you can. Hips back, stretch. Next exercise we are doing is the hip thrust on the glute builder machine. What we need to think about is again core loading, and we will also be doing 4 sets of 12, so the load shouldn't be too heavy. Again, we are starting with a little bit of lighter weights and we'll increase it with each set. Starting with 22.5 kilos, but mind that the construction weights as well, something. So the first thing we are going to do is just sit down here. We'll just go down on this pad. Now unlock this thingy and go down. Also here we have the safety, I don't know what's it called. Feet needs to be hip with the paddle slightly wider and with the toes pointing out. We do not want to have feet too close and also not too wide. From the angle. Anyways, we can't do that at this machine. Toes pointing out so you can nicely contract the glutes at the top. So the position, place the pad on the hips. Now just push up, unlock, okay? Here, the most important thing is to fully contract your glutes at the top. If you're doing just half reps, you will not engage the glutes very much. Nice and controlled, 7. And at the top, 11, 1 more, and 12 up, and that's it. One more. Hip drop set. There you go. So the failure. Lock and hold. To go higher. Okay guys, the last set. Oh, so it's out. Engage the core and make sure that you're fully contracting glutes at the top. To be straight at the top, okay? Not until here only. So hold. Lock. Drop set. Okay. So the next exercise we will do is the deficit supported reverse lunge. I really like this because you do not struggle with the balance that much. It is good as if you're a beginner to build up your strength, your confidence within this movement, but also for advanced lifters or someone who's actually competing, I still love it so much. Of course, it's good to change the variations each month and do something different, get strong on all of the lift, but to make it as much glute dominant compared to the other movements, I really like these variations. You'll be standing on a plate to increase the range of motion, so you need to make sure that you're going low enough, and that will increase the stretch on your glute max. Okay, we will be training the glutes in the stretch position, and also just find something. It doesn't have to be this rack, it can be anything you can hold on to, or just holding onto the wall a little bit. You just hold on to something and you will hold just one dumbbell. I prefer to hold it on the side of the wacky leg, but you can also do the opposite, so it plays a little bit of difference, but my personal preference is to hold it just on that side that I'm training. Just taking this one, we will do 3 sets of 10 reps each leg. So stand on the plate, make sure that your whole foot is on the plate, and now lean forward, drag the hip back, step back, and drive up. Try to use this side as much as possible, and especially this glute. Do not pull yourself up as you go up, okay? So just hold just a little bit to help you with the balance, but you can see I'm not pulling myself up. Almost all the movement is performed by this working glute. As well, this leg is just assisting, so try not to push yourself up. At the bottom, I slow down slightly to put more emphasis on that stretch glute. Stretch and drive up. You can see that back leg that is touching just a little bit, and I'm contracting this glute. Next exercise is the 45-degree hip extension. Unfortunately, the gym has gotten too busy and I couldn't continue recording, so here's the footage from another day. This is an amazing exercise to target your glute max in the shortened position, and so at the top, I definitely recommend you to add this to your routine and make sure to get strong on it. And lastly, we are doing cable glute medius kickback or 45-degree hip extension, and we are doing 3 sets of 15 repetitions for each leg. Mind that kickback and abduction movements are not about driving as high as you can, but rather focusing on fully shortening the muscle. So as you can see, I'm not driving too high, but instead I make sure I fully squeeze my glutes. Okay guys, I hope this video helps. Please make sure to give it a like and share with your friends who might find it helpful, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, to not miss out the next video. And please let me know down in the comments what kind of videos would you like to see next, so I can create the content for you and help you even better. So make sure to check out my website for my next level glutes 8-week program to grow your body and focus on building those nice glutes. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next